What's going on, my people? I'm your host, Double R, and you're now tuned into Retro Rob Television. So, LeBron James' oldest boy, Bronny James Jr., is receiving a lot of heat from younger girls and older women because TikTok created this thing on their platform where, you know how on dating sites and stuff like that, if you have been on a dating site where you can pretty much, usually have things set up to where as though you can find your match, or you can choose your match, or you can choose somebody that you may be attracted to. So apparently, Bronny James Jr. chose who he was attracted to. Now you have to understand that Bronny Jr. lives in a gated community. You feel me? Which means he's not seeing African American or black women like that. So-called black women. He's not seeing them like that. He's usually seeing, more oftentimes than not, Caucasians, mixed females and stuff like that. Lighter skinned females. But nevertheless, a lot of the so-called African American women got upset. Now, I find that very, very comical because it's never fun when a rabbit got the gun. You feel me? As I grew up, I watched a lot of these, at the time, girls grow up into women constantly choosing the wrong guy, the wrong men. And then we'll tell the guys that they wouldn't even give the time of day to, the guys that they curve, so what? You're not going to force me to be with you. If I don't want to be with you and you're not my cup of tea, you're not my type, then you're just not my type. Well, ladies, don't you think Bronny Jr. feel that way as well? And then on top of that, the boy is 15 years old, for God's sakes. I'm not going to be one of these people to say he don't know what he's doing and stuff like that. He knows exactly what he's doing. And he's entitled to do what he wants to do. If his parents ain't saying nothing about it, then it is what it is. But social media has created an avenue for a lot of people to express themselves in many ways in which they wouldn't do face to face. So they can get behind a computer screen and have these feelings. You feel me? But I just find it very, very funny that women are allowed to have their types. They are allowed to choose the guys that they want to be with and continue to choose, more oftentimes than not, the wrong guy over and over and over again until they end up old, don't have the same looks, and then they're looking for Christ. But Bronny Jr., who is 15 years old, is not allowed to get out here and experiment. You feel me? This is an experiment to him. So you mean to tell me you're going to try to throw a monkey wrench into his childhood experience? You feel me? All this strong black women, like, I didn't want to go here, but we have a vast amount of examples of strong black women. But we also have even more, if not more, examples of poor black women. You feel me? So at the end of the day, you know, and that's why women need to be very careful how they moving out here. Because when you show examples and people hear, you think Bronny Jr. don't hear stories about how black women act, just like other races hear stories or listen to stereotypes about black men? You think Bronny Jr., for example, you think Bronny Jr. ain't hearing, man, it's easier to deal with a white woman. I'm not saying this is how I feel. I'm just saying this is what he might be hearing. It's easier to deal with white women. They don't give you as much of a hard time as a black woman do, a so-called black woman. You don't think he's seen examples through his father? You feel me? You don't think his father has had conversations with him about those type of things? You don't think he's seen examples from his mother? We don't know what goes on. All we know is what we see at the forefront. We don't know what goes on between LeBron James, and Bronny James Jr. mother. Just something to think about, people. I'm gonna throw this out here, man. Leave a comment if you want to have a conversation. You want to go live with it. We could take it further. I just had to throw that out there. But it's just funny to me how, you know, a lot of these young ladies and these women can have this, like, these feelings and get emotional about what Bronny is doing. And let's be honest, y'all only doing it because he's LeBron James' son. There's a lot of young dudes, there's a lot of dudes that go through the same things, and y'all don't give a damn about them. You feel me? It's just because it's LeBron James' son, and he's doing things, his father is doing things, therefore allowing him to do things and have a name and allow his name to get out there, to have a big platform. And y'all really feel embarrassed because he's out here, you know, in his and y'all might not be his flavor. The reason why I'm pausing, because I'm trying to find ways of going about not coming off as like disrespectful. I don't want to come off disrespectful towards the sisters. But at the end of the day, you know, you can't have it both ways. Y'all can't say, well, I got standards, well, I got a certain type I like, and you can't force me to be with you. And then when you see another black man have the same mentality, then it's all of a sudden it's a problem. I don't know. It's just my opinion.